Here back with another live stream. I just got to say right off the rip, summer is here. Summer is here. I don't know, when officially summer starts. You know what I mean? I don't know when officially the meteorology department or whatever says that or whoever is the seasonal people, whoever's control the seasons. I don't know exactly when it starts. But it done started here in Denver, Colorado. It is hot, ladies and gentlemen. It is hot. We got a little bit of humidity, and I'm loving it half the time. I'm loving it half the time. I'm loving it when I'm out and about. I'm walking outside. It's hot. I'm sweating. Hey, good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Good to see y'all. Love. I'm loving it when I'm out. I'm walking and I'm sweating. Getting a good sweat up. I'm not loving it so much when I go inside because we didn't pick an apartment with central heating and air, so there's only air conditioning in the living room. So when I'm in my bedroom, it's all window and fan. Old school. Blessed to have the apartment. Blessed to have the apartment, not complaining. But I did not factor in it being in the 90s in Colorado. So your boy's been sleeping sweaty, and not in the good way. Sometimes you sleep sweaty. That's because you might have had a little situation right before you went to sleep. You sweaty. Nah, no situations. It's just hot. It's just hot. But life is still amazing. Life is still amazing. Okay. I just went and put $10 worth of gas in the car because it was running a little low. And I said, I want to make sure that I'm going to run the air conditioning this whole stream. So I said, I want to make sure there's enough gas in the car. $4.73 a gallon. I said, that's a little higher than last time, but life's still amazing. My point here is, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. My point is that we don't have to we can comment on and we can discuss different things. Sometimes maybe make us a little uncomfortable. Sometimes it may not be our favorite thing, but life can still be amazing. Like life doesn't have to be totally focusing on things we don't like, and that meaning life sucks. You can just laugh about it. There's no law that says you can't laugh about rising gas prices. There's no law that says you can't laugh about it being 100 degrees. Right? Right? No law. No law that says you can't be grateful to still be around to experience. A lot of people didn't make it to summer 2022. What is it? Is it 2022? 2022? A lot of people didn't make it summer 2022. They don't know, how amazing it is right now. And they also don't have to pay these prices. But it all works out. If you stick around, if you go up out of here early, you don't have to deal with a lot of the crazy stuff you have to deal with. And if you stick around, you have to deal with the crazy stuff, but you get the cool stuff as well. It all works out. It all works out. But I have learned from living this thing for a few more years. When I was in my 20s, I was definitely what my mother lovingly referred to on multiple occasions as a negatron. Everything was negative. Everything was negative. Everything was against me. Life is so much better now that, I just laugh at stuff. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's going to do what it's going to do. Whatever it is. Its job is to do what it does. My job is to enjoy myself, live this life. I've made it my job to enjoy myself, live this life to the fullest. You know what I mean? Hey, gas get too high, we just it'll be instead of what what do they call it, carpooling, we'll just be work pooling. We'll be walk pooling. Everybody be on the bus, everybody be walking. We'll just walk. What route you taking to walk to work today? Oh, you taking Stevenson Avenue? All right, meet me at Fletcher, and then we'll Fletcher and Stevenson will walk together. We're just gonna be walk pooling. Get your exercise up. Get your exercise up. Huh? Huh? Some of y'all was walking around here thinking y'all was too good for ramen noodles. Some of us was walking around here thinking we was too good for ramen. Best believe that ramen aisle gonna start looking light. Best believe that ramen aisle gonna start looking light, and there's nothing that says we can't laugh every time we sit down to a wonderful, abundant ramen noodles meal, a three-course ramen noodles meal. Now you're getting fancy, ramen and tuna. Now you're getting fancy. It might just be ramen, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing says you can't enjoy that though. I like ramen. Now let me break this down for y'all, because some of y'all doing your ramen wrong. Some of y'all is ramen and wrong. So let me give y'all a game. You don't use the little packets, the little sauce, spicy. Don't use that. Don't use that. In fact, you also dump out all the little veggies that be in there. You know, the veggies that be in the bottom of the bag and in the cup, however you do your ramen, bag, cup, whatever, dump those out too. You want just the noodles. All that other stuff is not healthy. None of it's healthy, but those fake vegetables and those fake spices and stuff, definitely not healthy. Dump all that, throw all that away. Give that to the cat. Because, you ain't gonna be able to afford cat food. So you're gonna have to figure out how to feed the animals if these things keep going the way they're going. All you need is just the actual noodles and some butter. In a pinch, margarine. A bowl of water, put the ramen in it, heat it in the microwave 3 minutes, drain the water out, slap some butter on top of it, let it sit for 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Enjoy. Enjoy. You don't need all that other stuff. All that other stuff they put in there, like think about it this way, folks. You got to think about this stuff. Ramen noodles is about 12 cent, 14, whatever it is now. It's probably about 20 cent. 20 cent a cube, right? You really think that anything extra they put in there is going to be really healthy or useful? You know what I mean? They selling you something for 12 to 20 cent, whatever ramen is now, right? And you think they're going to include a free sauce packet? And it's going to be doing anything positive for you? You got to think about this. Nah, I throw that stuff away. All I'm saying is, Manifest Destiny said you can add real vegetables. We talking about, right now we're discussing like hard times. We're discussing hard times right now. The day could come when you don't have real vegetables, or you can't. Like if I'm eating ramen, that means I can't afford real vegetables. If I can afford real vegetables, I'm just going to eat the real vegetables. I'm talking about, if things get really crazy and we're all eating ramen and all we can afford is the ramen. If you can still afford real vegetables, there's people who can't afford real vegetables now. There's people who ain't had a real vegetable. There's people who live in what have been called food deserts in this country, in America, where there's a lot of people in like urban areas, big cities. There literally are no fresh fruits and vegetables around. There's kids growing up sad. Like this broke my heart when I learned about this. There's kids growing up and they just don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables like in good times. That's crazy. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, they call them food deserts. All you got is chips and soda and stuff like that. I'm like, that's crazy. In the United States of America, they're like, yep. They got processed foods. It's crazy. Anyway, I got off tangent. Andrew said food deserts are growing. That's horrible to hear. Horrible to hear. Horrible to hear. Like it's that's what I'm all about, telling people, hey, I know when you're a kid you don't really get to decide where you want to live, but you get a certain age, if you want to get up out of whatever big city you're in or wherever you're at, if it's a food desert or there's high crime, I got you with the seasonal work thing. You listen to Uncle Tim, and within a couple of weeks you graduate in high school, you can be in some really awesome places where you ain't got to worry about that. They got fresh fruits, they got vegetables, very low crime. I got you if you want to start over. Listen, Uncle Tim. Listen, Uncle Tim. You know, coolworks.com. Coolworks.com. They still hiring for the summer. Coolworks.com, I promise you, I've been able to work in some really awesome, beautiful places that I could never afford to live. I couldn't afford to live in Big Sky, Montana. Could never to afford it to live and like enjoy everything that it's a very expensive town up a mountain. I could have never been able to do that without seasonal work. Okay, we're getting a little off topic. Well, there's no topic today, really. We're just saying life is amazing. We're just talking about life is amazing. What is this? There's a dude over here who's being very antsy. He's just doing a lot of walking around and back and forth, and he had his shirt off, then he put his shirt on. He does not seem like he's enjoying a day at the park. He's just back and forth, walking around. He's on his phone. He just doesn't seem very relaxed. He's probably worried about work. I gotta get back to work. I need to go to work. I need to be at work. I need to be checking my email. It's the hundreds in California. Oh, okay. I can believe it. If it's 90 here in Colorado, I can believe it. Yeah, summer's here. Apollonius. He's walking over to his Mercedes. Yeah, that guy relaxing. I want to answer this comment because I think it's the second time you asked it. Batesman, does anyone have advice? I'm a single man. It feels impossible to buy a home. Yeah, man. Like, I think the times we live in, like, this ideal of I mean, for a single person to buy a home, you're gonna have to get your coins up and then get them up again and then get them up again. Like, it's just not. I feel like, short of now there are places. The cost of living in the housing market is not the same everywhere. So there are some places I feel like in America where you still could get a decent house. But yeah, the prices are going up. I mean, I don't really have any advice other than like, the prices are going up. It's just going to cost more money or move out of America. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things like I don't have any motivational advice, just like house prices going up. I personally, when I'm talking to my nieces and nephews, I'm like, maybe put that goal of home ownership on the back burner. It's just not. I feel like we were raised to and if you want to own a home, cool. But I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of times we're indoctrinated with beliefs that just aren't as feasible now. Yeah, it was easier for our parents to buy a home. It's not as easy now, and there's really nothing. Why do the 1-800-GOT-JUMP trucks keep coming through here? What is going on? It's a weird day at the park today, folks. Weird day at the park today. Yeah, maybe save up and wait until, house prices go down, interest rates go down. I don't know. Now the 1-800-GOT-JUMP truck is parking right next to me. Yeah, Five Horizons. I heard that Lake Mead, Lake Powell drying up. I was actually where was that? Was I Lake? I've actually been to both of those in the past 2 years. And yeah, I was at Lake Powell most recent. What was that? November? No, that was December, January. But yeah, I mean, we're going through a drought, so it Mother Nature does what Mother Nature does. So right now it's we've been hit with a drought, especially in the southwest, I believe. But I'm sure there'll be a monsoon season. I don't know if that'll do any good long term, but hopefully eventually Mother Nature decides to undrought. I don't know. Like, it's not funny, but like it is what it is. Good to see you, Jay Cortez. Okay. Doing a little sports action going on. Okay. Some people got some advice about the homes. Okay. I'm just reading the comments, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't fallen asleep. People protesting about inflation would not make a difference, in my opinion. No. You'll notice that very little ever changes from just simply protesting. You know, especially with the economy. It's not like, how could protesting affect the economy? If you believe it's being if you believe we're being manipulated into inflation, then the people doing the manipulating aren't going to care if you protest, because they know there's nothing you can do about it. And if it's not being manipulated, then like, what would protesting do? You know, so I don't think protesting would do anything as far as inflation. Hey, the Rambling Homemaker, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, thank you. So keep up the good work. Thank you. It's raining in Portland? Oh, dang, I need to get up there. "91 degrees in Kissimmee." Okay, down in Florida. My life, I guess, says, has YouTube helped your journey through sobriety? Is it like a venting mechanism, or is it more of I'm helping someone else through their journey? Honestly, I don't think YouTube played a big part in in staying sober. Because I was doing YouTube through the whole process. So like, honestly, yeah, I don't think YouTube. I love the fact that now I can use YouTube to talk about it and hopefully help others, but it didn't really help me stay sober. Honestly, YouTube makes me have to think about sobriety more than maybe if you just asked me how much I want to think about it, I would have to think about it. Because like, I don't think about drinking or alcohol or anything at all, typically, unless I'm talking about it on YouTube. So it doesn't make me more likely to drink. But like, yeah, honestly, yeah, YouTube didn't really play a part in me staying sober or getting sober. No. Paul said, "What can we do about inflation?" I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens. I mean, yeah, I'm not you know me, y'all know me. I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens. Like I said, I keep forgetting, but I'm probably gonna go online and buy me a couple of those $100 food for a month bucket o fuel. You know, like, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I there's nothing you can do. Nikki Sunshine, I don't know. You said we need to boycott. Boycott what? Boycott what? They would have no choice but to lower prices. Like, I don't think sometimes, like, we fully understand like how things work. Sometimes, like, okay, say prices are going up for everybody. Where do you start the price lowering? Because those people are gonna get pooped on first. You know what I mean? Where do you start the price lowering? If you started at the grocery stores, the grocery stores buy their stuff from somebody, right? So they're gonna get pooped. Like, they have to buy it at the elevated prices, but sell it to you at lower prices. So, well, no, we lower the prices for them too. Well, that person has, the farmers have stuff they buy from people too. Well, we have to lower the prices on the people who, like, you mean, like, it's just not, in my like, I'm not an economist, I didn't go to college, but it's just like this ideal of the government. It's never a good ideal to just have the government dealing with your money. Let's just put that out there. But the idea that the government could come in and just lower prices across the board doesn't make sense. Not to mention, you got a lot of companies that like buy from people overseas. We do it's globalization. A lot of our stuff comes from overseas. You can't look. The U.S. could maybe set a price freeze in the U.S., but they can't. Enforce that with the people we buy from, we import from. Excuse me. So like, how would that work? Anybody who's importing something, has to pay a higher price, and they got to sell it to you for lower. People just stop importing. Okay, you know what I mean? So like, I just don't think that. Who would we boycott? Not to mention, when you boycott people, they like everybody, like if we have like rising prices, inflation, everybody's suffering. Well, a lot of us are suffering. If you boycott the stores, well, the people who work at the stores suffer. The people who own the stores suffer. What do they do? You know what I mean? So it's like, it sounds like, so I think sometimes we get all worked up wanting to change something, and so we're like, oh, we'll protest, we'll whatever. Sometimes there's not a solution like that. Sometimes there's not always an evil boogeyman doing something wrong that you can go after. The evil boogeymen and women have been doing, you know, we're reaping what they've been sowing for the past, 30 years. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't think there's a quick, oh, if we all joined together and did something, it'd go away solution. Because it's like, who, like, yeah, what, like what? Hey, Mike01 Davis, thank you. Super Chat Squad in the building. I appreciate that, Mike. Says, what up, Tim and everyone in the chat? Life is great because I'm on vacation this week. Nice. Enjoy that, and I appreciate the support. Enjoy your vacation. Have fun. Get them kids down there to a movie. Go take them to see that Buzz Lightyear. Is that even out? I don't know. By the way, I was joking. I'm not telling you what to do with your kids. Mr. Thomas, thank you. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. So with the internet fear-mongering, volatile housing and crypto market, and economic gaps, I say Google a blue zone area, move there, and live happily ever after. What's a blue zone area? I don't know what that means. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you. That's an option. I don't know what it means. Tanya, thank you, Tanya. Super Chat Train. Yeah, Super Chat Squad is heavy here. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. I think we got another one. Andrew F. Thanks, Andrew. Man, the God Junk people are out here. They must be having an event out here. Andrew, thank you. Says Duke of War. Hope this helps get you a gallon of gas for your journey. Enjoy your vids. Hey, it definitely will. And we got some, hopefully this week we're got a couple cool places we want to drive through to close by and get some footage. So yeah, and I appreciate the support. Definitely help. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you, Andrew, Tanya, Mike, and there was one more person. I want to call. Oh, Mr. Thomas. Yes, Mr. T. Rose checking in from Oklahoma. We met at the Y. Okay. What up, Rose? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember you, Rose. Yeah, man. We still living the dream. Good to see you. John, you said love your life perspective, inspirational. Hey, thank you. Okay, I didn't want to. See, I'm gonna be nice today. I'm just gonna do timeout. I'm not gonna block. I'm just gonna do timeout. Hold on. Whenever YouTube lets me. The person I just put in timeout, you being a little too negative. We keep it positive on this channel. So yeah, I just did timeout. Make, I love that. It says, no matter how much the news is trying to tell me everyone hates me and I should hate myself and the world sucks, the world is great and I'm still the happiest I've ever been. Nice. And that's the attitude to have. Like, honestly, like, I'm a firm believer your attitude determines like your reality. If you live in a world and you're like, the world is great and there's a lot of love in this world and I'm happy, guess what? The world will be great. You will come in contact with lots of love and you'll be happy. Like, it's that simple. You don't have to let them like dictate to you your reality. Nobody can do that to me. Nobody can dictate my reality. You know what I mean? Nah, I determine. A lot of people saying hello. How y'all doing? Oh, we just hit 100 likes. Thank you. Kevin Reed, I'm blessed. Oh, a blue zone region is the healthiest place to live. Oldest people in the world with great health. Also akin to utopia on Earth. Oh, okay. So a place like Tibet probably is a blue zone area. They're very happy in Tibet. Do we have any blue zone areas in America? If we do, they're probably light blue. They ain't dark blue. No, I'm joking. America's an amazing country, as is every country in the world. William Springer checking in. Saving 99. I agree. The happiness in your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Oh, on that note, I always share. And don't worry, folks, we got some. I keep saying I'm going to review all these books, and I'm going to. I got one yesterday. Got one yesterday. My friend Blair recommended it. Her YouTube channel is The Free Perspective. She's on my life counsel. Her opinion means so much to me. I run a lot of stuff by her. I don't always do what she says do, but a lot of times I do. But she recommended this book. Whenever she recommends a book, like, oh, you should buy this book, I go buy it. She was right about letting go. This is called Youre The Placebo, Making Your Mind Matter by Joe, Dispenza, which I've actually seen some of. Here's a picture of him. I've actually seen some of his interviews on the internet. And it's a lot about like mind over matter. The first chapter talks about the placebo effect. Bruh, I just got this book yesterday. I'm already on page 87. Like, I can't put this book down. I almost started to just read all day today. I was like, nah, I gotta go. I want to do a decent stream today. This is a good book. And that's one of the things it's saying is, you know, so many, even more, like I knew about the placebo effect and the nocebo effect, but there's even more examples in this book of just so many times where people just believing something made it happen. And the placebo effect, for people who don't know, then we'll move on. But what was his name? Was it Beecher? There was a doctor in World War II, and as you can imagine, in war, supplies run low. So a lot of times when he was operating, they'd run low on morphine, and sometimes, you know, just for whatever reason, and when they ran out of morphine, the nurse would fill up the syringe with just like a saline solution, you know, because the soldiers were expecting something, and they didn't want to tell them, oh, we don't have morphine. So they would just fill a syringe up with saline solution, inject it like they were doing morphine, and they noticed that the soldiers would calm down and the pain would go away. A lot of cases, they would inject soldiers with saline solution, salt water, tell them it was morphine, and the pain would go away. And so that doctor, I think his name was Beecher, after World War II, he really started doing studies about the placebo effect and how, you know, just being told something will make your body. So basically what their body did, their body was like, it either mentally took the pain away or it made like its own morphine, you know. And they started doing more and more studies as the years progressed. And in a lot of cases, when they would give someone a placebo, the body actually created whatever substance they said they were giving the person. Right? You know what I mean? Crazy. So, you know, the premise of this book is, if our body has its own, obviously has its own like pharmacy, and it can make up whatever it needs, you know, whatever chemical it needs to make at will, why can't we consciously do that? You know, if I've got a headache and, you know, someone gives me a sugar pill and says it's an aspirin and my headache goes away, and they run tests and it shows that my brain produced aspirin because it thought it should right then, why can't I consciously do that? Shouldn't I have a headache and be able to be like, produce aspirin? So the premise is basically like healing yourself through your mind. I believe a lot in that. So yeah, that's a good book. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing reviews on these books. I got a video I want to do soon. 12 books that changed my life. 12 books you should read before you die, something like that. The problem is I keep just adding books to the list. So, but yeah, that's something I'm really going to start doing more of, is reading, sharing books, things like that. Okay, moving on. Yeah, the mind is, that's why I say the mind is probably the most, because the mind is how we tap into universal energy and power, which is the most powerful substance out there. So like the mind is so powerful, and then we sit around here and worried about this little basic human stuff, that a lot of this stuff we could fix with our mind if we knew how. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Yeah, we're gonna come up with that book list. That's happening. Like we already ordered, because I don't want to just show the pictures of the book. Nah, I want to show the books. And some of the books I haven't read in a while, I got to touch up, I got to brush up on them. So we're actually in the process of getting the books in the mail for the video. So I have to do this video because I already spent money on the books, you know. Yeah, man, this is a good read. You're the Placebo. I can't put it down. Can't put it down. Yeah, Kristen, I agree. Part of the reason they put all this fear in you is so you won't realize how powerful you are, because they can't make you a worker drone. They can't make you a mindless, citizen if you know how powerful you are. But that's why you see some people who never give in. You see some people who never conform, and they're fine. You know what I mean? They live great lives. Because those people, and I'm trying to become one of the people, I ain't gonna hold you, they've tapped into like universal power, like their minds are in control. Greatest ever. Yeah, if you suffer from chronic pain, and sorry to hear that, first off. This book, it's got some, yeah. Scott ain't conformed since 8 years old. Awesome. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's, the thing is, like, now conformity doesn't get you anywhere. That's what's crazy. If you live in a society and conformity actually gets you somewhere, okay. But conformity don't get you nowhere. It's like, I followed the rules and it didn't get me nothing. Right? You got to offer me something. You got to have some type of carrot to dangle in front of me. That sounded crazy. You got to give me something. When it's like conform or else, that's when people start rebelling. We're about to get to that point. When it's conform and you'll have a decent life, people are like, all right. But it's when it's like conform and we really got nothing to give you, but we won't shoot you. That's when people start, you won't be ostracized. That's when people start rebelling. You'll see. You got to give people something. So what I get for conforming? Nothing. Oh, okay. More conformity. Hey, you conformed on that one. Now do this too. Like, I'm telling you'll see a lot of people who never thought about awakening are gonna like. That is a good bumper sticker, Andrew. Conformity doesn't get you anywhere anymore. That's a good one. A lot of people who never thought about like waking up are gonna find themselves waking up. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are just gonna be like, you know what? A lot of people are going to be uncomfortable with it. I feel like a lot of people are going to be uncomfortable with it. They'll be like, this is not me. I'm not buck the system. I'm not riot in the street. I'm not go against the grain. But damn, I got nothing. Right? A lot of people are like, you know what? I don't want this. Give me something. But I just think a lot of people just gonna be like, you know what? Bruh, like, you guys. Y'all win. I'm awake. I'm laughing. It's not funny, but it is. You know what I mean? I'm laughing because overall it's not funny, but it is like everything's funny. So, you know what I mean? Trust me, I laugh at myself a lot. I'm always like, Tim, this is what you're worked up about. This is what you're worried about. This is the problem. Oh, there was something else in this book I read. Let me get it. Oh, yeah. And this ties in to I read on my daily ward, which I got to talk about that later. On my daily ward last week, I think I read from the book Happy Pocket Full of Money, and it was talking about cause and effect. This book also had a chapter or some pages similarly, which looked at it from like a mental point of view, and it's just basically saying that like our thoughts are a byproduct of. See, like I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but like our thoughts. Where's it had a diagram. It had a diagram. Okay, yeah. Here it is. If you want to keep the same reality, here's a diagram. A lot of times we have the same reality, because we keep having the same thoughts, which means we make the same choices, which means we make the same actions and behaviors, and so we get the same experiences, right? Like think about this, like literally, and I know this is true with me. Throughout the day, pretty much we have the same thought. We have a million thoughts today, or however many it is. If we had, I will say 100,000 just to keep it round. If we have 100, if I have 100,000 thoughts throughout the day, right? 90,000 of them are the same as they were yesterday, right? We all know this. We worry about the same stuff. We think about the same stuff. We drink the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, day in and day out, which in turn means that we take the same actions, you know, and a lot, especially too, if we live a life that is, we get up, go to work every day, brush our teeth every day at the same time. Like if we do the same thing anyway, if we have a very same thing life and then we're thinking the same thoughts, you're gonna keep having the same life. Like nothing is going to change. You're thinking the same thoughts, which prompts the same behaviors, which prompts the same experiences, and it starts all over every single day. Day in and day out, year after year, if nothing new's coming in, nothing's gonna change. So while, you know, 10,000 of our thoughts during the day might be like, oh, I want to do something different, if the other 90,000 are the same, you're gonna keep living the same life. Like that was crazy to me. I'm like, wow, all these books I'm reading are saying the same thing. Like you got to bring new stuff in your life, new experiences, new people, new love, new thoughts. Like if you want to change up, you got to do something new, or you're just gonna stay in the same loop constantly. Yeah, change your thoughts, change your life. And it starts with like actively just being like, I was working on this today. Like actually when I was meditating, thoughts would pop in my head and I'm like, I don't want to think about that. And I'm like, and I want to think a new thought. I want to think a new thought. What's a new thought I can think right now? I'm going to start making myself, y'all know me, I love going to the same Chinese restaurant, the same Starbucks, the same. I'm going to start making myself go through like a different restaurant or a different grocery store every day. Like I'm going to make myself go to a new place or something every day. Like I'm going to start even when I'm trying to get out and explore Colorado, but even just the regular stuff, go to a new gas station. You know, I'm gonna start making myself do different stuff, even with the ordinary routine stuff in my life, just for new thoughts. I'm like, I'm gonna start doing that. That was deep. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm switching it up, man. I'm switching it up. Praveen checking in. Hey, good to see you. Cavan says I grow my own potatoes in Scotland. Okay. I like the sound of that. Homegrown potatoes make the best fries and best mash. What is mash? Mashed potatoes? Mashed potatoes? Same thing? Okay. I see you, Warren Michael Lee. Want to be a traveling musician? I've been working delivery apps to get my feet wet. That's the way to do it. Baby step it. Get your feet wet. Go for it. Let us know how that turns out. Good luck. You got this. Yeah, Kristen, creating new neural pathways. The book, it has a diagram on that too. A lot of diagrams. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of diagrams. Just give me the words. I'm not a fan of diagrams sometimes. I'm like, just give me the words. But yeah, new neural pathways. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to switch it up. We just be doing the same thing. Day in, day out. Which is okay to have a routine. I get up every morning, I read, I meditate, take my shower. It's okay to have a routine. But it's like, you know, that's a discipline. But like, do something different. Damn. You're not going to get a different life living the same life over and over again. Matt getting deep again. Matt Burke getting deep again. I see you, Matt. You know, Matt, when you get super deep, I just let you go. I see you, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, Adam, I mean, inflation's there. It's real. We're not going to do too much fear mongering, but like, overall, life's still amazing. But yeah, I mean, we might have to, you know, start to, you know, tighten the belt up a little bit, you know? I mean, it's one of those things. And part of the reason I don't spend a lot of time talking about inflation is I don't see, like, if there's something I see a fix and I'm like, hey, you can do this, but I don't really see a fix. So I think it's just everyone for themselves has to don't get scared, get prepared, like figure out how you're going to live through these inflationary times until it goes away, because it always does. But like, I personally don't know of a fix. So like, it's not I just don't sit around and worry about it. Like, I went to Safeway last night. There was a couple things went up a couple dollars. I was like, okay, I'm starting to see it. All right, but other than prepare the best way you know how, what can we do? So that's the way I look at it. Lady Blues, it is insane that we need laws and like governorship when at the end of the day it's very simple to live, be a good person. You know what I mean? I always think about that. Why will there always be a certain subset of the human population that will refuse to like be good people? And so we all have to have laws. I wonder about that a lot too. Andrew said, "How do you afford to stay on the road?" Right now, I have an apartment. So, yeah, the hotels and Airbnbs got expensive. They got expensive. So, as high as the rent is, it's cheaper than hotels and Airbnbs. So, yeah. Fulgrim Timmy said, "Eat chickpeas." If it comes to that, if it's chickpeas or dirt, on occasion, I'll eat the chickpeas. I'm not a big veggie guy. John B, welcome to the channel. Glad you're liking what you're seeing. Michelle, hello. Yeah, I mean, we might off to, in referencing Nikki Sunshine's comment, yeah, I think cutting back, I've been telling myself that. Hey, Tim, them $5 Americanos, it's not $5. It's $4.16. Something like, Tim, you probably have to start, reining some stuff in. Appreciate you saying that, Jay. Thank you. What would I refuse to eat even if I was given it for free? If I was starving or just in general, someone gave me some food. There's a lot that if you just handed me something, I'm not going to eat it because I don't like it. If I was starving, I would hope nothing, Matt, thank you. Super Chat Squad. Matt coming through said, "Thank you, Tim. Stay blessed." I will. You too. Hope everyone has an abundant day. Hope you do too, sir. Stay abundant. Thank you for the support, Matt. I really appreciate it. Thank you. George, appreciate that. So you've been dropping gems. I will admit, folks, a lot of it I read and then I just regurgitate it. I consider myself a bit of a vessel. The information comes in, I just spit it back out. I don't know if vessel was the right term. It's the right term, but I don't know if people say that in 2022. If this was 1830, maybe vessel would be the right word. Maybe I should have switched that up. But yeah, Manifest Destiny, stop going to restaurants. Yeah, man, I may have to. Probably going to have to cut back on my Chinese food, but I like my Chinese food restaurant. I have to cut back on that. The Inner Work Club. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Appreciate the support. Super Chat Train, actually. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. Tracy Trott. Very superhero. That sounds like a reporter for like a DC comic book character. Like, it sounds like, there'd be somebody like Junkman, and his girlfriend would work for the Daily Informer. Her name would be Tracy Trott. DC Comics love to do the Lois Lane, Lana Lang. They love to do the double Tracy Trott. Sorry, that in no way was meant as an insult. I think that's really cool. It's like, that ain't even my real name, Tim, so calm down. Yeah. What's up? Blessing to you as well. Yeah, a conduit, Rebecca. A conduit. That sounds better. Got a lot of people with minds in the gutter in this chat. You got to watch what you say. I'm joking. Lady Blues that we all revise it. That's funny. We do. Hey, Eric Burns Marsh. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Said, Tim, your live stream of being unrealistic was great. Yes. Thank you. Hope you and your viewers have an abundant and unrealistically good day. Yes. I love that, Eric. Super Chat Squad. I love that. I'm gonna start saying that. Having to stay abundant, stay unrealistic. Stay unrealistic. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Stay delusional too. Somebody somebody asked in the live stream, about delusion. And then I think it was the same person, or maybe somebody different, commented on the video today. It was my short about whenever someone talks about inflation, I talk about abundance. And they were like, that's cool, Tim, but where's the line between, like whatever and delusion? I get asked that a lot. And I'm like, I think that's just the limiting thinking. I don't go through life worried about where the line is. I just live, I live positivity. I live abundance. I preach it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't worry. Oh, where's the line? Am I being too delusional? Like, no, like, I never said I don't believe that prices are going up. I just went and got gas. Oh, it's up. I just am optimistic. That's what they said. Like, okay, it's cool being optimistic and positive, but where's delusion? I don't think being optimistic is being delusional, because we all know gas prices will go down again one day. That's always what happens. This, you know what I mean? Even if we have hyperinflation, prices will go down again one day. So like, I'm just optimistic and being positive, and I'm just gonna like live, laugh, love my way through these high price periods till we get back down to lower prices. So I don't think that's being delusional. Like, I'm not saying, oh, it's not happening. I'm just saying I'm not worried about it. And I think that's hard for so many people. Think that like, if I address something and I don't like it, I have to worry about it. I was like, no, I can admit something, but not worry about it. Right? And I think that's something that some of us, a lot of us, I'm sure, realize. Like, oh, I can admit something's happening or possibly can happen, but I'm not worried about it. Whereas the average man or woman, if they think about something bad, they have to worry. Even though worrying gets them nowhere, but they're just like, oh, but if I know something bad's coming, I have to worry about it. It's like, no, you can be optimistic. I don't think that's delusional. I think it's awesome. Why do people need validation? I think we naturally, Ricky, want approval and validation from our peers. I think that's a natural, we're social creatures. So I think that's a natural human desire. I just think it gets out of whack for a lot of people, and they're willing to give up actually enjoying their life for validation. So I don't think wanting validation is wrong. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when I talk to my dad and he says, I'm glad you're a good person, son. Or he comes in the chat and says something positive. That's a beautiful thing for me. It means the world to me. So I don't think wanting validation from people in your life, especially, your parents or family, is bad, or your friends, or if someone comes on with a comment, hey, Tim, love your content, blah, like that, that means the world to me. Thank you. I don't think it's bad. I just think that a lot of times it's out of whack when we get to the point where it's like, oh, I'll sacrifice doing what I really want to do and living the life I want to live, so other people won't talk bad about me, so they'll like me, so I can get validation from total strangers who don't even care about me. That's when I think it's out of whack. Dad ain't been in the chat in a while. I got to call him. Oh, the Inner Work Club coming through again. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Super Chat Train said, I used to work at PT's in Denver. Love the Pocket Full of Money book, and I'm currently listening to the Placebo book. Nice. Optimism is a creator's frequency. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Optimism is creator's frequency. I like that. And yeah, I'm glad. Hey, yeah, you picking up the right books. Yes. Yeah, man, it's just like, yeah, yeah. Like, if you're optimistic, yeah, then you see possibility. You're right. And a creator needs to see possibility, and there's always infinite possibility. So many people go through life just, what I've been told is all there is or all there could be. And it's like, but at the same time, they look around and see all these new technologies and all this new stuff happening. But you know what I mean? Like, nah, you just got to be optimistic. Like, why would you ever be pessimistic? Even if what the most pessimistic pessimist is thinking comes true, why would I ever be thinking about that before it happened? I'm always going to be like, life is amazing. Things are going to get better. Even if I die before they do, at least I died hopeful. Why would I ever want to just live like, oh, things suck? That don't sound fun. It was fun doing that. It was fun going blah, blah, blah. That was fun. But I don't know. Like, I just be having fun. But living like that just don't seem right. So thank you, Inner Work Club. Thank you. There was something, I think there was a comment I wanted to get to. What was it? Michael Brandon checking in. I have never tried a legal mushroom bar. Nah, I never done mushrooms. Nah, never had the desire. How do I manage stress? I just go to my nature is, I say nature is my happy place. Nature is my church. I be out in nature. I try to have very little going on in life to stress me out. That is a big part of it. I just try to live a very simple life. I don't have a lot going on to stress me out. And a lot of stuff I just try to let go and accept. Like, instead of stressing about it and worrying about it, which does nothing, I'm just like, all right, that might happen. When it does, I'll figure, you know what I mean? I try, like, something that has helped me immensely to worry less and not be so stressed is understanding that and looking at this life as a journey. No matter what happens, it's part of the journey. It's a journey from womb to tomb, right? Womb to tomb. All I got to do is get from birth to death. And we about halfway there, so we're good. I just got 40, 50 more years of this. And we're good. So it's like, it's a journey. It's an adventure. I'm learning. And when you look at life that way, as opposed to looking at life like, oh, it needs to happen exactly this way, it's super serious, it's super important. It's like, nah, life's just a fun little journey, Sometimes you go through some stuff, but even from that stuff, you learn, you grow. So it's just a journey. Like, I just gotta live each day, and what's gonna happen is gonna happen. The stuff I can control, I try to control. The stuff I can't, so, and it allows me to not stress as much. Like, because stressing does nothing. We do the same thing every time. We stress about something for a month, and then when it finally happens, we deal with it. When we finally have to make that decision, we make it. The stress and the worry did nothing. So I just try to, like, ponder on that. Hey, Zena, thank you. Zena Tate, what's up? Thank you, Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the support. Thank you. So, Tim, your content helped me through some tough tests of life. Hey, it's awesome. Sending love from Seattle. You help people more than you know, bro. Hey, thank you, Zena. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please know whenever someone says something like that, it's here. Like, that's love. Thank you. And I appreciate the support. Thank you. Shout out to Seattle. Seattle in the building. Thank you, Zena. Praveen had a comment I wanted to read here. Do you get angry at other people? How do you control your emotions? Not really, Praveen. I'm not around other people a lot. Blessed. Hashtag blessed. I really only spend time with people I like. And even when I'm around people, like, I just don't, like, what is anger, emotions are, I think the secret to controlling emotion is when you find yourself in that emotional space, stopping, recognizing it, and just being like, this makes no sense. So if I find myself getting angry on the rare occasions I do, I try to, like, stop myself, like, Tim, people do what they do. Like, you don't have to live your life in a manner that doesn't anger me. You are well within your rights to do stuff that angers me constantly. That's your right. I can't judge you for that. I might not like it, but, like, I can't, you know what I mean? So, like, if I find myself getting angry, it's just like, you're allowing this person who is doing what they're allowed to do to influence you. And I don't like to let anyone influence me like that negatively. So I just usually try to stop myself, calm myself down. Like, Tim, like, your anger is solving nothing. Calm down. Like, that's when I'll laugh at myself. Like, I'm always saying I laugh at myself. Like, that's when I find myself getting angry, I'll stop. That's when you'll see me laughing at myself. I'm really telling you mad about this? You angry about this? And then it just kind of goes away. Now, there are some things that really get to me and I have to really stay with it. But I think it is just that constantly, every time you find yourself in an emotional state you don't want to be in, just stopping, reasoning through it. And then you'll find that over time, it starts to become less a part of you. Because the reason, a lot of times we get angry, now some people just have a real issue with anger. But for a lot of us, we're not really angry people. We just been through what we've seen and heard, we've been taught to believe that like anger is a natural response in some situations. So if you can change that, if you can like reprogram yourself and realize like, oh, in certain situations I don't need to get angry, you won't get angry in those situations no more, you know? What stops me from taking 5K to Southeast Asia for a whole year? I don't really want to go to Southeast Asia for like a whole year. Yeah. I just before, you know, everything's just now like really opening back up. But yeah, I don't really want to go to Southeast Asia for a whole year. I wouldn't mind a few months here and there. And honestly, next time I travel out the country and stay for a long length of time, I kind of want to go with somebody. Um, I like, I don't know. It was just weird. As much as I love being by myself, I kind of ready to go out the country with someone else. But yeah, I mean, not other than like I just don't really want to do it. Like, you know, and there's the 5K. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd want to be out the country for a whole year straight. Yeah, currently. That might change. Yeah, Isaiah, you got 70 years left, man. You young. My take on gun control, Leonard. I don't really, you know, I don't really do guns, but I got friends who have tons of guns. You know, I that's one that I kind of stay away from. Like, you know, I don't know if I have the right to tell anyone what weapons they can own. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I do, but I don't know. You know. So yeah, that's one I kind of just. I actually have a really good friend that he's a gun nut, and that's one area. And we discuss a lot of stuff. We'll talk about race and, you know, gender and, you know, sexual. We'll talk about everything. Guns is the one thing we don't broach. Like, we've learned that's the one thing. Like, we'll be like, all right, we'll leave that one alone, because we. Because I'll admit, like, some days, like, I'll be like, all right, do you really need an AK-47? Really? You just need 3 automatic weapons? But like, that's his right, you know. So that's one thing we don't ever really get into. But I mean, you know, I say this: you, if you have a country with a lot of firearms, you're gonna have a lot of people getting shot. I don't think anyone can say that's illogical. So the more firearms we have floating around, the more sadly sick people, in a lot of cases, are going to use them to inflict harm on people. So I think we need to be real with ourselves about that. But that's, you know, like, I've always said I don't have a family, so the only person I really have to protect is me. So like, I got bear spray, I'm good. But, you know, if I had a family, you know, a wife and kids to protect and things of that nature, I don't know if anybody could tell me what was too much artillery to have. Because you run up on mine, it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Moving on. For someone who didn't have a stance on that, I talked for about 10 minutes. Raz, good to see you. How you doing? Christina, thank you. Super Chat Squad said thank you for your positivity today. Hey, that's what we do, Christina. That's what we do. And I thank you for joining in on it. Thank you. Super Chat Train, Praveen, my boy Praveen. So love how you always stay positive, Tim. Hey, you know, it's I think it's my mission. It's my ministry, this positivity thing. So yeah, I'm just glad that it's reciprocated, and we got this great community here where everybody, for the most part, stays positive. All of y'all, all the usual suspects, we stay positive. Sometimes the new people. But thank you for being. Thank you, Vereen. Thank you, Christina. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you. I have not done a camping trip with my friends, Destiny, but I would. Try together. Yeah, man. We got a little fit on. We got a little outfit on today. Thank you. And Sarah, I do feel like I'm living the life, man. You know what I mean? Nice cup of coffee, sitting at a nice park. There's a squirrel over there that looks like it's been eating a lot of human leftovers. That squirrel is chunky. That's good too. You know, yeah, man. Blessed. Hashtag blessed. Raz Bliss, hey, Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Said you're doing it, I'm proud of you. Hey, Raz, thank you. And I appreciate you being around and always showing love. And Raz always checks on me. If I go about a week with no content, I get a message. Hey, you good? You good, Tims? You good? So I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Thank you. And Kaveen coming through with the pounds. International Super Chat Squad. Coming through with the pounds. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank y'all, all y'all so much. Thank you so much for the support. Ben said, best Chinese food places when doing seasonal work. I can't really answer that, Ben, with two N's, because there's seasonal places all over the country, actually all over the world. And there's different Chinese food places all over the country and the world. So that you know what I mean? That'd be like asking me, hey, who has the best hamburgers when you're doing seasonal work? It depends on where you're at. Oh, yeah. Carolyn Smith says, what do you think about guaranteed basic income, or universal basic income, as we call it here in the States? I don't think it'll work. I'm on record saying this many times. If you give people more money, prices will go up. You can't set up a capitalist free market society and then inject non-free money in it for any length of time. You can do it with like stimulus checks, and even that's going to have repercussions, as we're seeing. But if you give everybody $1,000, you know what I mean? If you give everybody an extra X amount of dollars, prices are going to go up to reflect that. Because people are going to be, there's only a finite amount of goods and services in the market. And if there's more money being injected in the market, people are going to pay more for them. It's supply and demand. You can't get rid of supply and demand. It don't matter how much money you give out, you can't get rid of supply and demand. So if more people have more money and there's a higher demand for products, they're going to raise prices. Now, if you did UBI and try to like freeze prices, which is never a good idea, but I don't think it'll work. How do I handle gas prices is your second part of that question. I drive a Prius, so, and I don't really go nowhere. I'll be at the house. Honestly, if I go, I'm trying to visit a lot of the state parks here in Colorado. That's about the only time I put gas in the car. I come and sit at the park and do these live streams. So I don't really drive much. I walk a lot. Like, literally, like, I walk a lot. I'll walk to the store and I'll walk to get something to eat. And yeah, I just walk a lot. I've always walked a lot though. So Leonard said I look younger with the beard. Okay. Kaveen, I don't think it's sad that you get excited about good food. I think that's beautiful. I mean, that's why we have good food here, is for us to get excited about it. Yeah, I think UBI is another one of those ideas that like we always like. We like to think there's always a fix. The issue is the system we've created. A debt-based economy is not sustainable, and it called like one of the, you know what I mean, like when it's all about capitalism and things of that nature, poverty is a byproduct. So we create a system that has these flaws in it, and I'm not saying other systems are better. I'm just saying we create a capitalistic system that has these flaws in it, and then we try to totally go against that system to like fix it, and it's like you can't. Just throwing free money, just throwing money in, where's the money going to come from? That's another question. That's the first question. Where's the money going to come from? Yeah, it's just not, if it was that, I always say, if it was that easy, someone would have done it a long time ago. You'd be the most popular president in history. You'd never get voted out of office. If you could just give people free money and get rid of poverty, everybody would do it. They would have been doing it since the beginning of time. Back in Egypt, they would have been like, everybody gets 18 tablets or whatever Egyptian money was. Nobody's poor. Like, it just doesn't, it would have, no one's smart enough in all of history to figure that out before. Just give poor people money. There'll be no poverty. Like, it's just not, you can't, nah. Zara Simmons says, is it easy to have a girlfriend being a nomad? I've never had like a steady girlfriend as a nomad, so I couldn't answer that. I think if she's, nomadic and y'all travel together, I don't see why there'd be a problem. I think it becomes a problem if like you're a nomad and she doesn't want to be one. That could be, or he doesn't want to be one. I think that could be an issue. But if you both love travel, I don't see what that might strengthen the bond. What's on my shirt? It's actually a bunch of different designs, but the cool part is the panda with the gas mask. Ooh, Amazon, $20. Yeah, Angela, I agree. Nothing is free, and that's the thing. Like you know what I mean? Like I would really, if you're and some of you might have. Some people who are all about UBI, guaranteed basic income, maybe you've researched it, but like I would really research it. And keep in mind too, a few places have done studies about UBI, but they gave like 100 people $5,000 for 3 months. Yeah, that's gonna work because you're just a small. Yeah, that's perfect logic. If you give a small set of the population for a small amount of time extra money, it's gonna help. But if you give the whole population that amount of money forever, no. You know what I mean? So a lot of the studies they've done on UBI are pointless because they don't, it doesn't represent what it would really like if you did it on a big scale. Oh, Sarah, you're Egyptian? Okay. I think third world countries ended up the way they ended up because of greed. By not a lot of times not that country, by other countries. Colonization. A lot of these third world countries were just fine before other countries showed up. Just fine before other countries showed up. We're not going to talk about what countries they are. We're not going to talk about, you know what I mean? We're all humans. So if any of us are colonizers, all of us are colonizers. None of us are better than others. None of us humans are humans. We're not about to make this racial or none of that. But colonization. Lady Blues, now that I can get behind. A living wage, keeping with the cost of living. If we start now and we're like, hey, we got to get these wages up, and gradually over the next 20 years, we're going to try to get wages up to a living wage, I think that could work. Because you're giving employers time to adjust. A lot of us might be retired before it kicks in fully, but like that's something we can do. Let's get slowly but surely get these wages up to where they need to be. People making a living wage, companies still making money, everybody's happy. Well, I'd love to travel to almost every country in the world, Praveen. Yeah. Would I say girls like minimalistic guys? I think that is a problematic question. I'm just going to tell you like I would tell one of my nephews or one of my nieces. Never ask yourself, what does whatever I'm interested in like? If you like women, you like men, never ask, what do women like? What do men like? No, that is not the question. Especially when you're considering a way of life. Oh, if I become a minimalist, will men like me? Will men like me? Never ask that. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Be authentically you, and the women or men that are drawn to that will be drawn to you. That's secret. I'm about to do my advice for 20-year-olds video. That's going to be in it. The secret is just be you. It don't matter what women like or what men like. You be you. Someone will like it. Or if not, you'll just be alone. You know what I mean? Like if you can get to that point to where you're like, I don't care what people are attracted to, I'm just gonna be me, then the people that are attracted to you will be attracted to you. The people who feeling you will be feeling you. That's a good spot to be in. The people who are feeling you will be feeling you because it's authentic. So like, yeah, don't ever ask the question, oh, do women like minimum? Like, The women who like minimalists. The men who like minimalists. Like it's for every like way of life, for any label you can put on yourself, there's people who like that. This idea that like women only like certain types of men is foolishness. Like y'all gotta stop. This idea that men only like certain stuff, like all these relationship shows and stuff. Some of them are real. My relationship show, very basic. Be you. Somebody will like it. So yeah, that'd be my answer to that question. Praveen coming through. Thank you. Praveen said, I love when you talk about economics, Tim. Hey, now I admit, Praveen, I'm not a financial expert. I've looked at a few videos. The Hidden Secrets of Money is a good like 7-part video series by Mike Baloney on the internets. It's on YouTube. It's free. The Hidden Secrets of Money. I recommend everybody look at that because it tells you about money. It's not one of those how to get money programs. Like it tells you, it takes it back to like ancient times and when money was first created. Now I will admit, he's Mike Maloney. He owns goldsilver.com. Is that it? Goldsilver, I think. So yeah, he's trying to sell you precious metals. That's woven in there. But it tells you a lot about money. Like that's the extent of my economics. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Praveen. That's the extent of my economics, but like and stuff like that. But I think you kind of see what money's about. You take a couple weeks and learn about what money's really about. You'll see, you'll have a better understanding, I think, of how this stuff works. Just reading the comments here. Christina says, I'm concerned student loan forgiveness will make inflation worse for everyone. Thoughts, Tim? I actually never really thought about that, Christina. I do feel like they're going to have to forgive student loans, especially the government ones. They're going to have to. Here's the thing. Actually, I've thought about it from this angle. Let me get a little of this H2O in me, a little agueezy in me. Here's the thing, Christina, and I would venture from my limited knowledge, that might be the case. There might be some truth behind that. I would imagine that the people who are trying to work out what they're going to do with that are trying to weigh that against the damage to the economy if they don't forgive it. And I think that's something I've actually, heard people talk about. And that's why I believe they're going to have to do it. Because if you look at the amount of student loans out there and you look at the fact that less and less people are going to be paying on them, especially now. Like, okay, everybody's worried about inflation, gas prices are going up. What do you think is the first thing people stop paying? Especially since they stopped paying them during the pandemic because they decided they didn't have to. So people have already got used to like living a lifestyle, not paying that $200, $300, $400 a month. People aren't going to pick it back up when prices go up. So everybody, like people who are paying their loans now are going to stop soon. A lot of them. We live in a debt-based economy where like you have to keep the citizens incurring a lot of debt, but they have to keep paying the debt off. So if you get millions of people, which is not far-fetched, stop paying on their student loans, that could crash the economy. Right? That right there could crash the economy. So I think that's one of the things they're trying to weigh, like, what's the better option? Student loan forgiveness, and that'll probably have some repercussions because the money has to come from somewhere. So the government will probably just print the money, pay the loans off. That's inflationary behavior, I'd imagine. But like if you don't do that and everybody just stops paying their student loans, what does that do to the economy? So it's one of those 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. So I think they'll go the route of paying it off though. I think they've kind of come down on the side of print the money, pay the stuff off. And it's worked kind of, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Steven, I think I get 40 miles to the gallon, 35. I know like on the highway I get like 50, I think, but around town 30 something, like maybe. It's got like 180,000 miles on it. Yeah, man. Survivorship said I gained something every time I watch. Yes. Hope you gained something good. Thanks for saying that. Christopher out here having the best time of his life. Yes. Lee Smith checking in. What up? Science good. Science good. I'll tell him you asked. Shirley, thank you. Shirley Guzman, thank you. Super Chat Squad, I appreciate the support. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I mean, yeah, it would be awesome, Scott, if they lowered college fees, but then you still have, what is it, close to $1 trillion, I think, in student loan debt out there. Like that's the big problem, is there's so much student, like they create, once again, you create problems for the future. Greed always creates problems in the future, or if not the present. But like they started just making college so expensive, and then like just giving anybody a loan, creating all this debt. The problem comes when like years later, people stop paying on that debt. So they could lower college fees. They're probably going to have to, because less and less people are going to be going to college, or going to be willing to pay that price now. But that doesn't take away I think it's close to like $1 trillion in student loan debt out there. You know, they got it. I'm like, it's not a problem. Like I think it's not a problem that they can't address, because people aren't going to be paying on their student loans. I promise you that. If gas keeps going up and inflation goes up, nobody's paying on their student loans. People are not going to be paying their mortgages. You think they're going to be paying their student loan? People are going to be letting their cars go back. You think they're going to be paying they done already got the degree. Come get me. I already got the engineering degree. Come get me. I'm not paying you that $500 a month. I can't. The kids got to eat. Sorry, Sharon, you can't eat tonight. Mommy's got to pay her student loans. No, we getting Mickey D's. We work hard. We're getting Mickey D's. Come get me on these loans. So people are just going to stop paying them. So like they have to do something. You know, it's not a problem that's just going to go away. Yeah, and it will only be government loans. I don't think they can. Private loans you still have to pay. But people are like, you mean, so that's people still ain't gonna pay them. But yeah, it'll be the government one. Yeah, I mean, saying you zero it out, in my understanding, I could be wrong, but if you zero out someone's loan, somewhere someone's paying that back. Like even if it's the government, like this is what I think. Like, and I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. But if the government does student loan forgiveness, yeah, they zero it out, but they create some money somewhere to pay itself back. The money has to be paid. Even if the government says we're forgiving it, they'll go in the other room and print up. Say there's $1 trillion in government student loan debts and they forgive all trillion of it. They're still going to go to the Fed and print up $1 trillion to pay themselves back. Like the money has to be paid back. And then we'll have to pay it back in taxes. Like it's not just going to go away. Like the government can't do that. It can't just make stuff go away. Like it has to be paid. Like, because that'd be the same problem. The money has to on the books be paid back. And what they would do is just print the money from the Fed. I'm simplifying it. But like they would still pay them back. And then we'd have to pay that money back in taxes, like we do the stimulus checks and everything else. Like they can't just zero the debt away. That'd be the same problem. It's a debt-based economy. The debt has to be paid back. Flipping Nurse Betty, hey, how's it going? Aisha checking in, not lurking today. I don't really play video games, Aisha. I do like to play a little World of Warcraft. Actually, the other day I was like, man, I want to play some World of Warcraft, but they done made it so like demony and witchy and stuff. I don't even play it anymore. But I play like some old '90s games. I'm not big. I be doing stuff. I be reading. Like I'll go through. It's my new book that I'm reading. I go through times where like some days I'm like, yeah, I want to play a couple video games. Like when I play video, it helps me like because sometimes I'll get in the mood where I feel like I have to be doing something, and I'm like, man, I'll just go play a little video game and calm me down. But I don't know. I be doing stuff. See you later, Christopher. Kimberly said, why don't they just give a reduction to the student loans? I guess they could do that. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's an option. Same thing, though. They're going to have to pay whatever they reduce it by. That's money they're going to have to create out of thin air to pay the reduction. And I think, like, and honestly, Kimberly, I don't think that'll work because people still aren't going to pay it. If the economy gets the way a lot of people say it's going to get. If I owe 20 grand and you say, oh, now you only owe 10, you're not getting the 10. I can't. Oh, my bill was, I owed you $400 a month. Now I owe you $250. I don't have the $250. Like I don't think that'll work because people still not gonna pay. It don't matter what you do. I think people aren't gonna pay. If it's groceries or student loan debt, I'm paying the groceries. Like, so I think that's a problem too. Who do I want to go out the country with, Silver Lumberjack? I do want to go out the country with my roommate Cyan one time. I keep telling him I'm gonna need him to use that passport because Cyan's hilarious. And just seeing him in a new country and just like his facial expression, like I want to do that. But beyond that, I don't know. Like, it's just I have to know you very well to travel out the country with you. Part of the reason I haven't done it. Because there's been people we talked about it, but like I'd have to know you very well to travel out the country with you. Because you're not getting me arrested because you try to smuggle something back in this country. So yeah, I don't know. When the right person shows up, I don't know. Life with Leisha, what up? The June 21st solstice is approaching. Okay, is that a big deal? Is something gonna happen? Bjorn, hey, welcome. Thank you. Yeah. There is no free money. It's weird that we've gotten used to the concept of free money. Oh, the government can just do whatever. Nah, we pay. There's no free money. We pay that back. We pay that back. The government, I mean, I'm simplifying again, but in a lot of cases, the government gets it from the Federal Reserve. We pay that back with interest. Simplifying. But that's basically how it works. Your tax money, your stimulus checks basically came from tax money. Maybe not this year, but in the future. You know what I mean? So like, there's no free money. The government gets it from the Fed. Zaroon, welcome. Glad you find the channel. Welcome to the journey. Welcome to the community. Yeah, Callie Lyon. I said about the stimulus check, same thing. I'll take them. I took them. I had dental work needed to be done. I took them. I bought a car. I took them. But I knew we was going to have to pay it back eventually. Like, people don't. We have this ideal. On one hand, we're like, oh, the government, and on the other hand, we think the government can just magically do all this stuff. They can magically pull trillions of dollars out of their government J Boutte. No, you have to pay that stuff back. Like, people don't. Where does the government get it from? If the government just had vast reserves of money sitting around that they could just give to us, they would have done it. No, they get it from the Fed. If you don't know what the Federal Reserve is, now that's what you need to look into. That's what you need to look into. The Federal Reserve, because it's not a government agency. So a lot of this money we're getting from the Federal Reserve, and it's not even a government agency, it's a private bank. So we're going into debt to a private bank. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't see the tonight. You'll wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Or to go downstairs, get a glass of milk. I don't know what you do when you wake up in the middle of the night. Read a book. I don't know. It'll hit you. Wait a second. We're going in debt to a private bank. The government. I'm telling y'all. Some of y'all know. Some of y'all get it. Some of y'all get it. Oh, yeah. Praveen asked the book I'm reading. You Are the Placebo. Making Your Mind Matter by Joe Dispenza. It's a good book. Good book. Oh, I see Bjorn getting some love. Okay. Got to check your channel out. Veronica said, learn how to fast. We don't need 3 meals a day. The real issue is staying hydrated. You right. You right, Veronica. I really only eat like 2 meals a day. If I eat breakfast, I'm probably only going to eat dinner. But that's just me. And I'm, frail. So you see where that gets you. How long does it take me to read a book? It depends. Like, this book ain't gonna take me long because I'm chewing through this puppy. Like, I'm loving this book. But there's other books, like Don't Keep Your Day Job. I've been reading that for a while. Not that it's a bad book, but it just doesn't keep my interest as much. Gavin says, sending you good vibes, Timothy. Just realize that it's okay to give yourself permission to be happy, even if you have things to do and pressures of life. Exactly. And I appreciate the good vibes, Gavin. Sending them right back to you. Thank you. Yeah, man. It's funny, like, giving yourself permission to be happy. You don't have to be all worked up right now. You can hey, you know what? I'm gonna be happy regardless. Like, and it's crazy. That sounds whatever, but it works. Now I'm not getting worked up. I'm gonna be happy. Universe is still abundant. People are like, what? I mean, because some people won't ever give themselves permission to be happy. They think they have to be miserable. If the world is going through whatever it's going through, I have to be miserable. You don't. Sir, you don't, ma'am. You can be happy, or as happy as you can be. Good point. Yeah, if I don't know somebody, I ain't trying to travel out the country with them. Y'all not getting me hemmed up. I'm not ending up in some Southeast Asian jail because you was trying to smuggle, Viagra back to the country. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. A lot of people say, yeah, if I didn't go to college, I don't want to have to foot the bill for someone else's college. We foot the bill for everything else. You know what I mean? If we start getting worked up about what they make us foot the bill for, bruh, I don't want to foot the bill for somebody else's war, but I do it every year when I pay taxes. You know what I mean? That's why I focus on the good things my tax money goes to. Roads, police, schools. I just try to focus on that. Because if I focus on all the stuff they spend my tax money on that I don't like, I'd be aggravated all the time. So it's just like, that's just one more thing on the list. Honestly, on the list of things they spend my tax money on, I don't like, other people's college is at the bottom. It's way at the bottom. I'll do that. Sean said, good Sunday to you. How can you afford traveling for several months at a time? I'm asking for a friend. We say we work from time to time. We save our money. We do make some money off YouTube. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my advice. Get your little side hustle, save money, and maybe invest money. I suck at investing, but yeah, I've always been a saver. And like for me, like I don't buy, like I don't. If you watch the channel in length of time, you'll see like I wear the same shirts over and over and over and over and over again. Sometimes I'll buy a new shirt here or there, a new hat, but like I don't buy a lot of stuff. Like, so a lot of, like, I know travel is what I do. So like, that's where my money goes. You know, I know when I travel, I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. So I'll sacrifice having the latest, the new, all this stuff that people have. Lots of times I ask myself, what do people buy? But like, I don't buy a lot of stuff, bro. If you saw my room, you'd be like, I love it. But so like, yeah, I don't spend my money on other stuff so I can spend it on travel. I like that. If there's no free lunch, if you think there is, you're it. Hey, appreciate it. Bjorn, man, I got to check your channel out. You're getting a lot of love here. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Yeah, there's no free, like and that's the thing, like it's weird that we've gotten to a place where like the average, I think American and even other countries are doing the same thing, where they do think there's free money, there's free lunch. Oh, the government will take care of that. Nah, bro. It's you are taking care of it. Nelson, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. Welcome to the community. Oh, I see you, Matthew. Stimmy check. Didn't buy a new pair of shoes. Bought Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Nice. Nice. Praveen, I don't have favorites. What's your favorite show on Netflix? I don't really have a favorite show. Nah. I don't do favorites. Retired 2019. Good to see you. It's hot here in Colorado. I imagine it's hot in North Carolina. It's in the 90s here. Yeah, North Carolina. I mean, yeah. Summer is here. Summer done summered. Random name said who runs the Federal Reserve. It's a privately run bank. Like I think now you might be able to Google who like the board of governors or whatever it were. There was a time you couldn't. There was a time nobody knew who was in charge of the Federal Reserve. Like this is true. You can Google that. There was a time you did not know who ran it. Now I think they kind of you kind of can, but I know like 10 years ago nobody knew. It's crazy. Research the Fed. I'm telling you. Research the Federal Reserve. You will not believe what you find out. Raz, you cut your hand? I hope you feel better. Sorry about yeah, get that taken care of. Yeah, Gloria, I do save a lot of money because I don't drink anymore. Yes. I feel like drinking was my travel back then. I feel like the money that I spend drinking is like the same money I spend on travel now. Yeah. We used to blow through it. What's crazy though? A lot of people are like, man, if I could go back and get back all that money I spent drinking, nope. Not mad at it. No, nope. I always say if I had to go do it again, I'd do it all over again. Even with the the issues and the drama and the physical stuff, the health stuff that came from it, I'd do it all over again. And that's not to motivate anyone to drink because I think sobriety's better, but like it made me the person I am. It was like that money I spent on drinking was my college because it taught me a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, the chairman of the Federal Reserve isn't who actually owns it and runs it though. Once again, like I said, it's a private bank, so yeah, there's a chairman. Then they'll bring them out, but who actually reaps the profits is the question. The chairman of the Fed or the chairwoman ain't reaping the benefits and the profits. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. Once again, that's another. This is how I'm telling you. They make it seem like they're giving you all the chairman, but like, bro, like it's gotta come on. I'm gonna stop because they're gonna demonetize this stream if I get too crazy. talking about the Fed. That is one organization I'm scared to go too much into on. But telling you, I be, this is when, people like Tim, you don't do nothing. I be researching. Sarah, Denver is amazing. I love Denver. Please don't come park right here. Of course. Of course. Denver is amazing. Like, I love the Denver area. Yeah, man. Am I trying to check out the Rainbow Gathering? I don't know what that is. Y'all steady bringing up Jerome Powell. I'm telling y'all, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. They got y'all. Okay. You right. You right. Y'all right. Y'all right. Yeah, Jade. If I get demonetized for speaking the truth, I know I'm hitting close to home, but I'd still be demonetized. I'll say this, and I know a lot of people say it's selling out, things of that nature. There's some truth I don't speak about. You know what I mean? There's some truth that I have opinions and other truths I don't speak about because they're not getting me. I was having this discussion with somebody the other day. It's like, you know what I mean? Nah. I appreciate making some money on YouTube. There's some truth I don't put out there. I know it. I believe it, but like I'm not going to talk about it on here if they don't want me to talk about it. Like I'm not that noble. I'm a noble nomad. Yes, I'm not that noble. And people can call it selling out, but I'm like, I'm not. Like, you don't go to work. You know some stuff about your boss. You don't go to work and tell everybody you get fired. You want the job. So that's the way I view like YouTube. Is like, I don't feel obligated to like say everything. If there's a truth and I feel like, they don't want me talking about this, I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, people can say what they want. Yeah, there's some rabbit holes we not going down on this channel. I done seen way too many people get the axe. Nope. 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 I know it. I tell my friends about it. And when we're dark basements with our phones off, we talk about it. Yeah. You have to choose your words carefully. I feel like that's always been the case, though. You know what I mean? All throughout history, there's been things you couldn't say. Sarah, I don't know about the more affordable areas of Colorado. I don't really know too much about other places in Colorado. I've only lived in Estes Park in Denver. Estes Park definitely isn't affordable. So I really don't know. Really don't know. Yeah, I never really looked. There are some places when my lease here is up, if I decide to get another apartment, I might not. 2 months of paying all these bills. The bills just keep coming, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, power, utilities, bill, all these bills keep coming. They make you pay for common area. All these bills just keep coming. I said, I might not do this next year. I might just go back to 2 suitcase Timmy and just be out the country all next year or something crazy. I don't know. I might go back home to Florida and chill out somewhere. Hang out with old Ray for 3 months. I don't know about this rent stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I can do rent 2 years in a row. But we'll see. Tim the Tiger checking in from Germany. Hey. It's always inspiring me. Hey, thank you. You were in our big piece of my sobriety. Nice. It's always one of the comments I really appreciate the most. So thanks, Tim. I think Retired 2019 is behind on the chat. Are you behind on the chat? Your comments seem like they're talking about stuff we already talked about. It's all good, though. Yeah, 2 suitcase Timmy might come back. I already said I just moved in my apartment. I'm already going to start getting rid of stuff. So I'm going to start doing some more downsizing. I don't like bills, man. Like you got to think too. Like I spent the past few years with like no bills. Well, not the past, like from 2015 to like 2018. Like I have like no bills. I had like insurance in my cell phone. Actually, no, I didn't even have insurance at the beginning. Like in the beginning, I had like my cell phone for a couple years or so. My bills were like $50 a month. That's it. Like for real. Like so, if you go a couple years, you know what I mean. And then after that, it was $100 a month. Like literally, my bills were $90 a month, between $50 and $90 a month for like 3-4 years. Like drink that in. My bills were literally $50 to $90 a month, and I was living the dream. Less than $100 a month in bills. So now it's hard to go to bills. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I think I was live streaming in 2018. Not as much though. Yeah, I was saying I'm not doing, like, I know it's possible to go back to that life. So like, I'm enjoying this life here. But I will quickly go back to the $100 bills a month, which I don't think I could ever go that low again, because of YouTube and other stuff, there's certain things I need, but that I didn't back then. But nah, after about this year, these bills, I don't think I'm doing it again. Steven said, do you get unhappy when people buy you materialistic stuff? Nobody does. Steven. People know. I don't have a lot of people in my life who, like, I don't celebrate holidays. So like, if you don't celebrate holidays or birthdays, people don't buy you stuff. And I love that. So, and even the people who would buy me presents because they just love me and don't need a certain day to buy me stuff, they just like take me out to dinner or something. You know what I mean? Like me and my friends fight to like buy each other coffee when we hang. I'm buying this. You know what I mean? So like nobody buys me stuff because everybody knows like and what would you buy me? That's the thing too. What would you buy me? Like, I don't want nothing. So like the people who know me know not to buy me nothing. Seasonal work is the move, man. Hey, like you too, Toolbox. Seasonal work is the move, man. Why do you think I talk about it so much? Like, it literally changed my life, man. Like, not even being dramatic. Like, bruh, just the financially, just spiritually, like, to be able to just like have no bills. There are some dudes dressed up like the friggin' like knights over here. It's like medieval times over here. What is going on at the park today? These dudes have like, it's that solstice. Yeah, to just like some of the awesome, amazing places I've been able to work and live and to do it for very little money. And like, come on, man. Like, yeah. Seasonal works the move. Coolworks.com. Hey, see you later, Praveen. Thanks for coming through. Not armor. They got like the stuff under the armor. Like the cloaks or whatever. They got like cloaks and stuff on. A lot of people don't know about seasonal work, Sarah, which is crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's such an awesome opportunity. I mean, these dudes aren't like, they're just sitting talking with their cloaks on. Their code, their what is it called? The coat of arms. Coat of arms. Yeah, it's funny. Oh man. Yeah, I do miss, Sarah. I'm with you. Like, I love a park that's like a hidden, but like when you live in the metro areas like this, you know what I mean? When I was in Montana, yeah, y'all saw me. I'd be at parks with nobody there. I mean, the few people that came still parked right next to me. But like when I was in Montana, yeah, there's lots of like, price you pay. Tunics, yeah. Thank you. Price you pay for living in the metro areas, people be out, Maybe they are going to role play. There's only 2 of them, though. I'm going to need y'all to have at least a whole, a baker's dozen. Why am I judging these dudes? They're living their best life. They're living their best life in tunics. I respect it. I respect it. I was about to yell. I respect the hustle. Yeah, Jade. Yeah, the state parks. Yeah, I love the state park. I only go to the state parks on the weekdays. Yeah. When you see me out at them places, like I wanted to go to a state park today, but it's gonna be packed. So yeah, I'm gonna go maybe tomorrow. Christopher Moon, what up? What up? I'm telling you, this is way better than sitting at the house. Beyond Comfort Travel Adventures. I have never done house sitting. A friend of mine was just doing it, which I got to message her today. And I've thought about it. But the thing with me is a lot of times they want you to like watch their pets as well. So I've thought about it. Here recently, I really was thinking about it. But yeah, it's another good way. There's so many ways to travel that like don't cost a lot of money. But we just have this idea that people are like, I couldn't afford to travel. It's like, Google it. Maybe you could. Yeah, they out there enjoying their best. They look happy. Them dudes look happy. I'm not gonna hold you. They look happy. Deep conversation about swords, shields, lances. Steven said, how much have you spent for repair maintenance of the Prius? I couldn't tell you, Steven. I've had it since I think August 2020. Y'all know me. I don't keep track of stuff like not much. Honestly, not much. I just had it in the shop recently, and that ran me $600. They fixed a bunch of little stuff. That's typically about, I might have had it in the shop maybe to fix stuff. Maybe I really only, you do brakes, and there might be a leak here or there because it's an older, it's a 12-year-old car now. I really haven't had a major issue, and so the little stuff here and there, you put in the shop $400 or $500 here and there. But yeah, I don't really keep records. I just be blessed to have the money to fix it. So I've been making myself with this car. Anything they say is wrong, I fix, even the little stuff. Every now and then I might be like, I'll wait on that, but eventually, there was a couple things this time they had told me about in Montana, and I said, I'll wait, and I got them fixed this time. So, but I've just been in this car. If it needs it, do it. But I couldn't tell you an exact tally. I've been blessed. It hasn't been a lot. Like, do I think an e-bike would be better than a scooter? By the way, I don't have the scooter anymore. I think it depends on the, whether you want to. I like the scooter because there's no pedaling involved whatsoever. And I could take that thing on the highway, on the roads. I don't know. Derek, hey, good to see you, Derek Evans. Good to see you too. Thank you. Tommy White, I've smoked weed in the past, but I get asked this question a lot. I don't smoke now because I don't see the point. So, like, I got nothing against weed. I feel like I need to turn around. I don't have anything against weed, but for me, there's really no point in smoking it. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't. So I got nothing against it. It was cool when I smoked, but even then, I really only smoked when my friends smoked. So now that I don't hang around anybody who smokes weed, like, even if I did, I wouldn't, because, like, what's the point? Angela says, how do you pick locations you travel to? You just go for scenic places and then just go with the flow when you get there? Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. I just kind of, I see something looks cool, I go there, and then we figure something out. Yeah, I'm really, I don't like to do too much research about places. I just kind of, something looks cool, we go, and then we figure it out when we get there. I feel like I'm getting washed out. Where's the sun at? I feel like I'm getting washed. I might turn around here in a second. Traveling over 50, good to see you too. Have I ever wanted to visit the Alps? Not really. Nothing against it. I just, never been to Hawaii. No. Hawaii's not really. I guess I'll go one day, just say I went, but not really. It's never really appealed to me. I'm from Florida, so like, the beach is cool, but like, I don't know. You'll notice none of the tropical, islandy places appeal to me. Like, I ain't trying to go to the Caribbean. I mean, I'll go, but like, I don't know. I just don't. when I go places, I like the beach. You know what I mean? I don't know. The beach, I like Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna go back there this year. But like as far as traveling all the way to Hawaii to go to the beach or traveling to Jamaica, all that, I don't really care about. The beach life really isn't me. I like going to the beach when no one's there. Oh yeah, I've been to New Mexico. I was just in New Mexico. October, I think I was in New Mexico. 107 in St. George. Oh, hundreds in Phoenix. I'm telling you, the friggin' the summered and summered. Yeah, Snow White cupcakes. Yeah, Hawaii don't really. I don't chub up thinking about Hawaii. Like I don't, I don't know. It just never. The price you have to pay to fly there too. What's the point? That's my issue too. For the like, I could go to another country for the what it costs to go to Hawaii. Like why? You know what I mean? I'm not paying that much money to stay in America. If I'm gonna like spend money, I'll go to Alaska over Hawaii any day. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely Jamaica and those places don't appeal to me the slightest bit. I feel like I want to turn around, but in order to do that, I gotta take my sun shield down. Well, maybe not. I'm trying to figure out how to turn around so the sun doesn't look as we're getting washed out. Well, I guess it's really all just backing up. Hang on a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna. Oh, there's some more over there. They got a whole medieval times thing going on out here. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to do something real quick. That could end badly. No, it's not end badly. Universe is abundant. Oh, of course a car would be coming. All up on me too. Go by, mister. I gotta leave the park in a hurry. Whoa. Oh, you can stop beeping now. I feel like that's a little better. Is that better? I think so. Now I'm parked crooked, but hold on. Whoa. I don't like being parked crooked. It's gonna bother me. People are like, what is this dude in the Prius doing? Okay, all right, cool. Thank you for bearing with us. Yeah. We had to, where am I on these comments? Ricky, it was definitely hard to stop drinking in the beginning. Totally, very, yes. How long did I stay sober till I was confident being sober? After the many relapses, I don't know, because like I feel like it's like, once again, I love equating it with like a breakup. You break up with somebody and you miss them, and then one day you just don't miss them as much, and then a couple weeks later you don't miss them, and then one day you just don't think about them. You know what I mean? So I think that it's like that with sobriety, is that like you struggle, you get sober, and you just kind of gradually you think about the alcohol less and less, until one day you just look up and like, oh snap, I ain't thought about drinking in 2 months. You know what I mean? So I don't really know a timetable. It just happens. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think people definitely drink because of loneliness a lot of times. But I know for me, the drinking was part of the reason I was so lonely, because my behaviors when I was drunk drove people away from me. Come Course, what up? No, the car's not paid off yet. I totally could pay it off, but I don't owe much on it, and my car note's so low. That was the whole point of financing it, was just because I was like, because I bought it in 2020, and I was like, I think it's smarter to have the money in the bank than to pay the car off, than to pay cash and be broke. And that's kind of my reasoning now. Like, yeah, I got a horrible interest rate. I probably should just pay it off, but I'm just waiting. I might go up to, because it's through a bank in Montana, a credit union. I don't do banks, so lesser variety of evil. So I might, sometime this year go up to Montana and pay it off. But yeah, I'm still paying on it. Yeah, paying on the car helps to build the credit, so. Like I said, the note's so low. I don't even. And that old thing that, like, as soon as you pay a car off, you get in an accident. So, which I've had happen before. So part of me is just like, you know what? We'll just keep paying. I don't owe much on it at all. What'll happen is one of these months it'll annoy me, and I'll just go pay it off. Like, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna drive to Bozeman and pay it off. I know me. In and out comedy. No, I'm not still doing the DoorDash and the Uber Eats and that stuff. Nah. Nah. I'll be honest, the reason I haven't done some Instacart is because I don't want to have to deal with it on my taxes this year. I'll be honest. The reason, because the other day I was like, I might Instacart a little. And I was like, I don't even want to have to deal with that line item on my taxes. I just don't want to. I want to be able to delete it. So that's the reason I haven't done anything this year, is I don't want to deal with that on my taxes. I've been making a lot of decisions this year because I don't want to have to go through what I went through on my taxes last year. Yeah. It's just too much. Yeah, I want my taxes to be very trim this year. A lot of that stuff that was on there before getting deleted, and it's just going to be a couple things this year. I'm learning new stuff, man. Creating new neural pathways. I literally asked myself, and I'm gonna do, coming into the year, I'm gonna do a lot of tax research. But I really, asked myself certain stuff, like, how will this affect my taxes? Which is, I never thought that way before. T, you're at work dealing with people, has you struggling to embrace the love? Hey, I feel you. Any words of encouragement to help you make it through the day? It's almost over, hopefully. Maybe not. I know when I'm at work and struggling, especially when people doing craziness, I just kind of focus on the fact that, like, people do what they do. People are the byproduct of what they've been through, what they're going through. A lot of people going through stuff we have no clue. Just like a lot of times we go through stuff we don't tell anybody, and so it makes them do what they do. A lot of times we might look at somebody like, why is that person acting that way, but we don't know what they're going through. And so sometimes just being able to think about, instead of looking at a person and just flat out, that person's an asshole, they're doing whatever, just coming from with empathy, you know what I mean? And just kind of being like, hey, maybe this person is going through something. Maybe this person grew up in an environment where this is all they ever saw. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of like not judging the person and just realizing people do what they do. Like, all of us are trying to get through this life best way we can, right? So just kind of like understanding that, I think a lot of times allows me not to just be so worked up, because it's like, oh, people are being idiots. It's too easy to be nice. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, hey, I don't know what this person's going through. I don't know what this person's going through. You know what I mean? Like, hey, maybe they need me to love them. That's helped me a lot, because then it's not about the person. It's just, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm not feeling like I need to be angry at people, it seems easier to deal with people. And I'm just like, hey, people do what they do. They're a product, their environment, their DNA, what they've been through, how they see the world. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I just have to deal with them for 5 more hours, then I get to go home. People keep talking about June 21st. I don't know. The solstice, okay, cool. Yeah, I know there's times when, I've been, you know, going through stuff or whatever, and might not have been the nicest person I should have been, and like that's not me. You know what I mean? Even big periods of my life, like when I was drinking heavy, that wasn't me. It's part of me, but like, I wouldn't want someone to judge me based on that forever. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, it's just like when I just almost like taking the high road. You know what I mean? Just like, all right, these people, they acting crazy up here, but maybe they got reasons. I'm just gonna love them more. Yeah, yeah, letting go and choose love. Hey, they can do whatever they're gonna do. I'm gonna choose love. Yeah, I think that helps. Hopefully it helps. If it don't, quit. I'm joking. I missed to quit your job. I got to throw that in there. I'm contractually obligated to the American Quit Your Job Society, the AQYJA, to every 35 minutes say quit your job. A goatee mark? I've done it in the past. But like I'm way too lazy to keep a goatee up. Yeah, either no beard or just go full beard, which is what we're doing now. Yeah, goatee. I don't know. Plus, I don't feel like I'm like a goatee person. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a little too upscale for the kid. Um, goatee. That look fancy. Yeah, goatee a little. Yeah, yeah. That's fancy. You gotta keep all this and all this. I just this is a goatee and then some. Goatee plus. Goatee extra. It's a weird day at the park. Got the drunk people here. Oh, them swords look real. Them swords look real. I wonder, hold on. I don't know. Y'all might be. Can y'all see them? Can y'all see the swords? Can you see the people with the swords? Those guys got swords back there. They ain't foam. Them dudes got swords. Let me get the camera off them before they see me. Them dudes got swords. They ain't foam. But there's another group over there. Oh, they might be about to have like a little war. There's two different groups. There's a group up here and there's a group back there. They might be about to go to it. Not a female among them. Just saying. Not a female among them. Just saying. There's two different groups. I'll let you know if they start doing battle in the street. Oh, these dudes over here got the shields and stuff. Okay, this is about to be a rumble. This is about to be a rumble. This is about to be some West Side Story, some Camelot West Side Story out here. I'm here for this. There's no damsels, no maidens. You know where my mind's at. I don't know what I'm not used to this. LARPing, I don't know. That don't even sound like something I want to say too much. They're LARPing. Saw a couple guys LARPing in the park. Amped garters? Okay, that's another one. All these weird words. We will come up with a word. We will come up with a word. They out here maidenless. Maybe they're gonna fight for the maiden. Maybe she comes later. Maybe Colorado's not a hot spot for the lady LARPers. I mean, it's cool, but I need diversity. Live action role playing game. Okay, that sounds a lot better. I'll say that. I'm not gonna say LARP too many times. I'll say live action role play. That sounds fun. I was in the park and there was some live action role playing going on. It was very impressive. Very impressive. living their best life, man. I'm low-key jealous. I want a sword and a tunic and a shield. It's Colorado culture. Colorado culture. Yeah, man. Okay, let me get back to y'all. I'm sorry. I'm wrapped up. Wrapped up. Marcel, thank you, Super Chat Squad coming through. Thank you, Marcel. Marcel, so get back to talk to us. Stop looking at the LARPers. Marcel, I appreciate that. So keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's up? I'm good. We here. Super Chat Squad in the building. We here. What we talking about? What were we talking about before I got distracted by people with weapons behind me? Mark said, "Do you miss Montana?" Super Chat Squad, thank you, Marcel. Appreciate the support. I do. I do, like, it's, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find a way to not say it, but I do, because I typically don't miss places. I miss my friends in Montana. I miss Bozeman. I do. But price you pay as a nomad. Like, this is kind of the first time this ever happened to me where I really miss someplace. Kind of the first time that happened, so it's new to me. But I do miss Montana. I really miss my friends up there. But you know. I think it's a beautiful thing that I found a place that I like that much that I miss it, because that never happens. There's places I'm like, well, I can't wait to go back to Myrtle Beach for, this winter for a month or whatever. But I don't like miss it. I just want to go back. But like Montana, I kind of miss, man. Like yeah, I got some really good friends there, some really good moments. Like, so yeah. But good question. Yeah, man, Montana's where it's at, man. People always seem very surprised when I say I lived in Montana. Montana's a beautiful state, man. Like, y'all missing out if y'all ain't been to Tana. Y'all missing out if y'all ain't been to Montana. I'm telling you, Montana's a beautiful state. Where I was at in Bozeman, like, no crime was low. Never found the ghetto. People were friendly. Parks everywhere. Yellowstone right down the road. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why when people always like Montana, I'm like, bro, y'all be like, okay. Stay in D.C. All right. I can go to Montana. All right, stay in Atlanta. Okay. You right. Don't go. Angela's going there in September. Nice. Manifest Destiny about to go there. Cindy, yeah, man, we keep it positive on this channel. There's no need to, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why we like to, like, scare ourselves. Like, I don't know. Like, why we like to feed into, like, why do you want to sit around all day and say food shortages are coming? Boom. Like, what does that get you? Like, what itch is that scratching for people? It's crazy. I just don't like. So yeah, my mission is to keep it positive, man. We ain't worried about all that over here. Bambino, yes, I've been to Glacier. I worked in Glacier in summer of 2017 or 2017. I think summer 2017. I worked at Glacier National Park. Yeah. I wasn't bullied growing up, Ricky, but I was picked on. Yeah, I got picked on. Yeah, from probably about 6th grade until like 11th grade. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Marcel, a lot of people don't picture black people in Montana, but like, that's something we got to get over. I feel like as a people, as a country, this whole ideal of certain races only go certain places. I'm learning from the Mexicans. Boy, they go everywhere. The Mexicans don't care. They go everywhere. I feel like as a people, that's how we need to be. And we're all Americans. We all can go everywhere. The whole buffalo, I don't know what you mean about the buffalo thing. There's no buffalo in Montana. It's bison. But yeah, it's just like this ideal that in 2022, we still have places we think we don't go is crazy. And even if we don't go, I'm going. I'll be there. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be there. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I'm trying to see the whole country, regardless of whether it's on the list, it's on the green book. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be there. Okay, we're doing that. Derek Scott said, how do you make big life decisions? I know me personally, I pray over them. I run them past my life council, which is my really good friends whose advice I believe in. Usually talk to my dad as well. Yeah, a lot of it is just getting advice from other people. And then also, too, realizing it's all part of the journey. Sometimes you just pick something. You just pick one. But yeah, usually I run it past a lot of people. The few people whose counsel I really take. Pray over it. And then I kind of just go with my gut and the vibe I get. Wendy, hey, thank you. Said, I love the life you're living, Tim. It's extremely inspiring. Continue being great. Hey, thank you for saying that. We definitely going to. See, I don't pay attention to the news, so I don't be knowing about some of that stuff. And I don't let stuff like that scare me. Like, if I go somewhere and someone's being racist, they just gonna be racist. Like, I just got to deal with it. Like, I don't let, nah, man. I'm like I said, one time in all this time I've been traveling, I went somewhere and the vibe was off and I left. But even that, I went there. The vibe was off. I was like, I don't know if this is the vibe I want. I left. But like, other than that, man, I just don't. I'm not. You're not gonna scare me into not exploring my own country. Are you kidding? Nah, you're not doing that. No, you're not. Nah, no. I was born here. I got a, I got a passport. I'm an American citizen. I'm gonna see America. They not scaring me. Like, and once again too, I've said, I've resolved, resigned myself to the fact that, I could walk in somewhere and for whatever reason, I could walk in Target tomorrow here, and someone could come on and shoot the place and kill me. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't be worried, man. Like, yeah. And like Marcel, that's true, and it's not just me. Most people are accepted anywhere if you're a decent person. You know what I mean? That's one thing I've learned traveling this country, especially now. People worrying about, all this other stuff they try to get us to worry about. But like, even before all this, people was just trying to pay their bills, raise their kids. Like, people don't sit around just like, oh man, I wish a certain type of minority would show up. People be, like, there's some ego in that. To where like, oh, if I go somewhere, it's gonna be a huge problem for people. Will there be some people? Yo, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Anybody here? Anybody see me? We here? Anybody see me? Are we here? Okay. Well, I don't know what. I tell you, I told y'all they was gonna try to shut the stream down. I told y'all I was dropping too much truth. They shut the stream down. My 5G just disappeared. Like all the bars disappeared. My phone had no bars. Now my other phone's talking to me. I had no bars. I told y'all they will come for your stream. I've seen it happen. We back though. Appreciate y'all who stuck around. I don't know what it was looking like while I was gone. It just kept saying reconnecting. And then it would say, like, do you want to reconnect or end the stream? And every time I said reconnect, it would just say, do you want to reconnect in the stream? I'd hit reconnect. It'd be like, do you want? So I, ended it, but then I was able to come back and resume. So I appreciate y'all sticking around. That was a warning. They said, we're going to let you keep going because you're a good person. Watch what you say. Oh, Michael, yes. I meant to bring this up, so thank you. Yes, you might have the daily wards, which I appreciate so much. Everybody tuning into those and the feedback and all that. I am going to discontinue that though because I was losing subscribers. Like, I went into my analytics and I was losing too many subscribers every episode. And where I'm at now, y'all know me, I'm trying to hit a certain, I'm trying to hit that 100K. We're trying to hit that 100K. So like I can't be losing, 12 subscribers off one video. You know what I mean? 20 subscribers off one video. I can't do it. That's the thing with creating content. The analytics speak volumes. Is it doing it again? We froze again? The analytics speak volumes. So what's going on? Let me check something. No, we should be good. Are we good? If it's froze again, we just gonna, yeah. So it's not for, okay, cool. Tracy, it doesn't tell me why they unsubscribe. I just think that sometimes if you change up your content, some people who don't like it won't subscribe. And you're always gonna get unsubscribed, but it was just that it was significant amount of unsubscribers on every one. Like there might have been one where I gained subscribers, all the other ones was negative subscribers. And I'm like, that's cool, but if you extrapolate that into perpetuity, you know what I mean? Like if I keep doing this, I can't afford, that's 50 subscribers a week. If I do 5 a week and 10 people unsubscribe, I was like, I can't afford that. You know what I mean? Like just, yeah. And I'm like, especially if it was something I was crazy passionate about, but it was just like, it was something I was trying out and I kind of enjoyed doing it. It was a challenge, so that was cool. But I just was like, it's not worth it to lose that many people, So maybe we'll find another way to do it. Maybe I will just make it a real podcast and put it just on podcasting platforms. But yeah, that's why I'm gonna stop doing it. And then I was like, well, if I'm gonna stop doing it, is no point in having the videos stay up there. Because once again, this algorithm thing is real. So that would have been what, 13 videos that it would have been pointless for the algorithm to send people to. But if you have a video on your channel, they're gonna send people to it. So it basically would have been pulling potential views from other videos. So that's why I deleted them. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the feedback. And yeah, we might just do it as a podcast, put it on a podcast platform in the future. But yeah, putting it on YouTube, it just wasn't viable for me. And that is one of the things that you can't, depending on how you're trying to grow and things of that nature, you can't always do everything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. And I did think about, starting a daily reward channel. Maybe that's something I might do. And then re-upload the old ones and start. But yeah, it's like you can't always do everything you want to do in content as a content creator when you're trying to grow. It's just like in a business. You can't always, every product isn't a win. You know what I mean? Like in a business, you might come up with a product and really like it, but nobody buys it, you got to discontinue it. So that's kind of how I look at it. It was just like, why is this car in front of me? Hey, Moonfall, thank you. Super Chat Squad. There's a car parked right in front of me. I think they're trying to back into the spot next to me. Thank you, Moonfall, Super Chat Squad. Dang, you want to get any closer to my car? There's a million ways to see. I got to learn people do what they do. Maybe they're behaving the way they behave because they're a bad driver. Yeah, and I appreciate, please don't think that I don't appreciate people who, Moonfall, Super Chat Squad, thank you. I appreciate the love. That car distracted me. I don't think I gave you enough props. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the people who liked it. It was fun to do, but it just was when I was looking at my analytics yesterday, I was like, dang, every video? People was like, nah, I'm out. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get to that 100K. Okay, AZ. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not joking about, stereotypes or racial stereotypes, none of that. We're not doing that. That on this channel, that's not funny. This channel joking about racial stereotypes is not funny. Because we can't tell where you're coming from via chat. If we knew you was joking, whatever. But we got to time those out, you know, because we don't know where you're coming from. So I'm trying to see who's in this car. Now they're just sitting there. What's going on? Channel is about freedom thinkers. Yes. Not small-minded thinkers. Now I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for lunch. What am I gonna do? Today was weird because I woke up early. I woke up at like 6 o'clock because, as I said earlier, I don't have air conditioning in my room, so it'd be hot. So as soon as the light comes streaming through like the window, like I wake up, boom. So I woke up at like 6, did some reading. Youre The Placebo, Joe Dispenza, did some reading, and then I went back to sleep. Yoga Bliss Dance, what's up? Just did a live. How'd it go? So I went back to sleep, and then I woke back up at around 10 or so. So when I woke back up, I felt like I'd taken a nap. It felt like the afternoon. So right now it feels like it's like 6 or 7 o'clock to me. It's only 2 o'clock. It's weird. I keep thinking it's dinner time. But like it's only 2. Yeah, I got a box fan. Yeah, I got a box fan. It still be hot. Well, that's good, Yoga Bliss. Hey, keep it up. You'll get them super chats. Trust me. It's a grind, but it could be worth it. It's worth it. See you later, Christina. See, these people. I don't know. I don't like when people park right next to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch up parks next week. Goes back to what I was saying about doing the same thing over and over. I was like, all right, I'm always at the same places. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna find me a new park. I'm gonna find me a park with like a parking spot where no one can park next to me. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, we can figure this out. Told you. Oh, someone about to walk behind me. See, can y'all see her? Here she go. There she go. Oh, you're a little too close there, sis. Oh, now she's knocking on the car next to me. What's going on? Does she know them? I don't think she knows them. They're looking at her like, lady, don't come knocking here. I'm trying to work. Matthew, recently sold all your stuff. Nice. Do it. People trying to get connected. I think they was getting connected in that car before she knocked. They had that look when they rolled the window down. Like, ma'am. No, I don't think they're YouTubers. I think they're if they do got a camera, it's not for a live stream. They recorded something else. The windows are dark in that car. They know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm like, who is she? Why is she knocking on windows? What's going on here? The park is busy today. Watch somebody. There's barely room on the other side of me for someone to squeeze in. Someone will squeeze in. Do I think Social Security will be available in 20 years? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'll say that. I've never planned on getting Social Security. Not gonna hold my breath. It's not something that I ever plan on doing. Oh, they got out the car. Okay. Yeah, that in this part of the country, no AC is kind of a thing, just because like typically before like now, the summers weren't that hot. You know what I mean? That's something when I moved out to this part of the country, I had to learn. You know, it's like a lot of places, the older places don't have central heating air because like you didn't need it. You know, it didn't get that hot. So like, yeah, you get, there's heaters, there's central heat, but not central air. Like I got air in the living room, but it doesn't circulate through the whole house. But yeah, that's this, in the mountains, you get that a lot just because, like when I worked at Yellowstone, one of the hotels had central heat and air, the others didn't. And guests would always check in and be like, what? Like, how do you turn the air on? Like there was a thermostat, but anything lower than like 75 did nothing. Like they would drop it down to like, they drop it down. It might have been lower than like 80 or something. Like they dropped the thermostat down low to like turn the air on, and nothing would happen. They'd call down like, hey, our air conditioner's not working. And we'd be like, there is no air conditioning. All you got is heat. So yeah, it's something in this part of the country. I think, these days, the newer places have central heat and air. But like, yeah, a lot of the older places, because they never really had hot summers like they have now, Yeah, Matthew, NFTs and digital real estate, all that stuff is cool. All that stuff is cool, and I'm hoping more and more people. This car's gonna try to squeeze right in here. I hope more and more people like open their minds to that, because like I just think a lot of people are super scared. Like it's so funny to me in a world where like money isn't real anyway, that people are so like scared of digital stuff. I'm like, bro, like people who never have cash and they pay for everything with their debit card or their credit cards talk crap about cryptocurrency. I'm like, it's the same thing, right? People who never own physical cash, everything they pay through their debit card, talk crap about cryptocurrency, NFTs, digital real estate. It's the same thing. It's just funny how like we look at some things we believe in. It could be two of the same thing. One we believe in because we've known it our whole lives and they tell us it's safe, but the other we won't. But it's the same thing. I'm not buying that cryptocurrency because if the grid goes down, what do you have? If the grid goes down and you don't have any cash, what do you have? That's what I'm saying. People who have no cash, if the grid goes down, their SOL, their SOL, talk crap about cryptocurrency. It's the same thing. Yeah, I think they're having a party back here, so they're kind of wondering why I'm sitting in my car talking. But I was here before y'all. Mark, I actually know the gas prices today. I usually don't, because I went and I put some gas in the car today because I knew I was gonna be sitting here doing the stream. I think it's $4.73 for the cheap stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, so $4.73, is that high compared to, I don't know what the national average is, but blessed to have, be able to pay it. Yeah, they might be like, why is this? They gotta know I'm live streaming. The fact that the park isn't full of people live streaming, the fact that I don't see people live streaming every single day still blows my mind. I am so surprised that like with all the positives that being an influencer gives, everybody's not doing it. I understand a lot of people don't like it, but like it literally blows my mind that I can walk up the street filming a video and I don't see anybody else doing it. Right? That blows my mind. Like I'm glad, but I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I think they are about to have a little party here. I'm going to let them have their little space. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all being here. Sorry about that little hiccup where the thing went down. We got that warning shot across our bow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Big shout out to the Super Chat squad, Super Chat train. Hey, everybody out there, stay cool. Stay cool. Even if that means you have to sit in your car. Hot out there. If you're of the complexion you need it, wear your sunscreen. I guess. Is that good? Is sunscreen good? I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all so much for being a part of the stream. Really enjoyed it. Really gave me something to do today. Appreciate the love. Y'all stay blessed. Stay abundant. I'm trying to remember what the title of the stream was. Oh, yeah. Life is amazing. Hey, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you. Love y'all.